everyone, and welcome back to Mindbody Medicine for Chronic Pain. I am your host, Sean Hershey, and I've got a little bonus episode for you today. I was just thinking, I just wanted to pop in your earbuds or speakers or wherever you listen to this. I was just thinking, I feel as though we've done awesome interviews. We've got a couple more awesome interviews lined up. Like we're in a good stretch of the podcast. I'm feeling really good about it. Some really good content, good topics, if I do say so myself. But I'm like, you know what? I just got this slight fear. I was like, I don't think that I am being clear enough lately about what exactly to do to heal your chronic pain and your chronic symptoms. I was thinking there's a lot of information here. And what if people are thinking yeah, but what do I do? How do I what actions do I take? And so I just want to briefly come in to say, hello, I see you, and there are actions to take. There very much are actions to take that will help you. A lot of it is conceptual. I mean, how do you heal chronic pain, chronic symptoms, and chronic conditions? Truly, the way you heal is a radical mindset shift. A radical mindset shift where you're thinking, your psychological and emotional life and the way you attune to yourself changes significantly. That is how you heal chronic pain and chronic symptoms and chronic conditions. How do you get to a place where your psychological life, your emotional life, and the way you relate to yourself changes radically? Well, that is what we're going to just briefly chop. We're not making this long. Let's just work with that. Like I can't talk. I'm trying to talk fast and I can't get it out. This is what I'm trying to talk about today. These three things. And what do you do? Okay, so the I hope you can see the cover art for this one. It is a mirror selfie of me, just me looking at myself in the mirror wearing this shirt that I always wear, very much me. Hi, there I am, and wearing a pair of reading glasses that I'm trying on at a store that I never wear and don't even need. I just want them for style purposes. So I thought this was very appropriate that it's like, this is me on the daily, but it is also me trying something new. What we're talking about today is your daily practice. How is your daily practice? Because you are just me, wearing the shirt you always wear, holding the phone you always hold. Not that I wear the shirt every day, but you understand. Certain pieces of clothing, like I will buy like 3 or 4 shirts at a time, and then it's like one just becomes the shirt. Does that happen to anyone else? I don't know which one it's gonna be. You have to, sit with these articles of clothing for a while before you know, what really vibes with you. But anyway, okay. Daily practice, daily shirt, daily activities, and trying on something new. That's what we're here to talk about today, your daily practice. Okay. I want to say healing from chronic pain for most people, you already know this, it takes time and it takes work and it takes realizations and it takes realignment and it takes a journey. So what do you do every day to take little steps on this journey? Well, there are so many things that you can do, but I'm just going to quickly give you some ideas because what I want to make clear to you is that you really have to be doing something. Sometimes the thing to do is do nothing, but even that is doing something because it's something new. It's something different. If you keep doing the same things that you always do, the same patterns, your brain is not going to change. And therefore, your pain and your symptoms are not going to change. You really have to do something new. And you have to start forming habits of doing things new, forming habits of relating to your thoughts and your body and yourself and your emotions in different ways. So here are some ideas for how to do that, because every day is another step or another 10 steps or another huge leap on the journey. Okay. As you know, there are 3 parts to this work, so I'm just going to quickly summarize the ideas I have just to jog your brain into like, what can I do for myself on the daily as part of my daily practice. I'm going to separate them just like easily into 3 categories: 1, psychological; 2, emotional; and 3, patiently attuning to your true self. So we'll start with bucket 1, psychological. This is the energy of the brain. This is reminding yourself, really like getting it in your head that pain is a danger signal. Getting the correct information about pain and really internalizing it, understanding it, and believing it. Pain is a danger signal, and it does not necessarily mean the pain and the symptoms. They do not necessarily mean that there's something wrong with your body at the site of the pain. That belief is so compelling. I know, because I used to think it, and I still think it sometimes. Like if my hip is hurting really bad, I'll still be like, oh, if I could just crack it, I could get it right. But this is not the vibe. This is not the truth for all pain, and it's not the truth for almost all chronic pain. The truth is that it is coming from emotional and psychological factors. So how do you help like shore that up in your brain? Reading Dr. Sarno's books, reading Nicole Sachs's new book, Mind Your Body, reading Dan Ratner has a new book out, Crushing Doubt. Reading Dr. Sarno's 12 daily reminders. He used to give these to his patients, and I'm just going to read some of them right now. Not all of them, because there's a lot, but I'm just going to read some of them right now. You can look these up and print them out, and you can remind yourself of these. This is like the OG, back to basics, Dr. Sarno stuff. Just a couple of the reminders, just so you have a flavor. The pain is due to tension myositis syndrome, not to a structural abnormality. Tension myositis syndrome is a harmless condition caused by my repressed emotions. Since my body is basically normal, there is nothing to fear. Therefore, physical activity is not dangerous, and I must resume all normal physical activity. I will shift my attention from pain to the emotional issues. This is the last one. So important. I must think psychological at all times, not physical. Oh, yes. Really good advice and good reminders for your daily practice. Thinking psychologically, not physically. Okay, another thing that falls in the bucket of the psychological work: challenging your triggers. This is so hard because your triggers trigger a lot of fear, and they trigger pain and symptoms. And it's hard to do things that you're scared of and that you've not done for a long time, but challenging your triggers. Also, something I will add is it can be embarrassing to challenge your triggers in front of other people who are like, wait, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. Oh God, look out. Okay, you're doing something different now. So exercises you thought you couldn't do, movements you thought you couldn't do, foods you thought you couldn't eat, walking, sitting, stretching, laying down, standing up, whatever it may be, challenging your triggers. Huge. That alone is a daily practice that could take up a lot of energy. Okay, let it. If there's a lot of triggers, okay. Just start facing them. Gently start facing them. Let that be your practice. Other things that fall under the psychological bucket: listening to podcasts, listening to this podcast, great thing to do. Success stories, listening to success stories. Nicole Sachs' podcast, The Cure for Chronic Pain. Oh, so many excellent success stories, so inspiring. Listen to those. Let your brain drink that up so that you know, I'm safe. I might someday be okay. And if you follow this path, yes, you will someday be okay. And something that I want to tell you, low key, you're already okay. You're already okay. I know it probably doesn't feel that way, but just sit with that. I really believe low key, you're already okay. And fill in the blank. There's more, think outside the box. Like that's the psychological box. Those are the just like brief things that come to my mind right now. But you think outside the box and anything else that goes with that, retraining your brain, internalizing the sense that it is safe to feel physical sensations in your body and you are safe in your body. Anything that makes you feel that way, do it. That's your daily practice. Awesome. Love it. Moving on quickly. Next bucket number 2, emotional. This is the energy of the heart. Here, journaling. My favorite thing, journaling. It's the best tool. Journaling and therapy have been the best tools for me in my healing. In the emotional bucket. Let me put it that way, because so many of the tools are so good. But journaling and therapy have been the best tools for me. Everybody's different, but I just want to share that because in some ways we're kind of the same. So like what works for me might work for you. So I just want to share that if it works for me, it will likely there's a very good chance it'll be good for you as well. Nicole Sachs, of course, has great stuff on journaling. Getting in touch with your inner child. Yeah. Getting in touch with your inner parts. Yes. There are episodes of this podcast that are dedicated to the emotional work. I have one episode, The Emotional Work, at the beginning. There's an episode, The Emotional Work Beyond Journaling. That's in season 1. I forget exactly what it is, but you can find it. The Emotional Work Beyond Journaling. It's somewhere in season 1. Great resources to go back to if you're trying to take your emotional work deeper. Therapy is very helpful too. Working with a therapist who understands this stuff is incredibly helpful. Even working with a therapist who doesn't necessarily understand this stuff, but a good therapist who's able to help you get in touch with yourself and get in touch with your emotions and move past defenses that are around your emotions, and a therapist that can help you like move through those so you can actually feel your emotions. Great, 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 great. Feeling your emotions. Also, as a daily practice, journaling, certainly like therapy would be more of like a weekly practice. But I want to offer this, letting yourself feel your emotions as a daily practice when they rise. I told this story in a podcast before, but I just want to give a brief summary of this one. Just to give you an idea of like, this can be part of your daily practice. What I'm about to explain right here. Feeling your emotions. So there was a time, I mean, just very briefly, I was coming home from a trip that had been like really a lot. Like the trip had been fun, but it also sucked. And I was like, I mean, I'm not going to get into all the details, but there's, if you want, if you can go back, this is the emotional work beyond journaling. That is the episode where I go deep into this story. But so I was coming home from the trip. I land in the airport at LaGuardia in New York, which then I'm dropped off in like deep Queens, and I have to get to deep Brooklyn, and that is not an easy task. So it's like I'm on the sub. Well, I had to walk my stupid rolly bag like blocks and blocks and blocks from the guy who I was dating at the time. We went on the trip together, from his apartment to the subway, and from there I had like a good hour and at least 15-minute ride ahead of me, and I was miserable. And so here I was, clanking down the busy busy ass street with my stupid rolly bag. People are, it's so loud that people aren't even really looking at me because it's such a loud, chaotic street. But it was, people are kind of having to like jump out of my way. I'm having to jump out of their way. Misery. All I want is to be home and just like feeling safe and cozy in my bed. And I was like, I hate this. 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 I don't want to feel this. I can't wait to get home so I can stop feeling this way. I hate this. And then I was like, wait, what? As miserable as I am, this is like a lightning bolt is going off above me, and like synapses are connecting in my brain that are, synapses are firing, parts of my brain are connecting that I like had not connected before. I was experientially feeling like, oh, this is it. All those times where I'm journaling and I'm like, let me try to feel something. Let me try to get in touch with my emotions. This is it. Okay. So then let me just feel it. Let me just feel it. And so I did. That was great. I encourage you to do the same. Hopefully you're, I mean, I don't know. I would say hopefully you're not like feeling like that all the time. I'm just going to hope that you're living a full life that includes a lot of great stuff and some shitty stuff. Even some vacations you go on that you're like, that sucked. Whatever shit your life includes, I hope that you let yourself feel the shitty emotions. Let that be part of your daily practice. Somatic tracking, great exercise. That falls into the psychological work, bucket 1. And you can somatic track emotions. That falls into bucket 2 that we're talking about right now. There's a ton of information on somatic tracking. Alan Gordon has a whole book called The Way Out, which is somatic tracking is heavily featured. Somatic tracking. There's an episode of this podcast called Somatic Tracking and Your Daily Practice. And there's even a somatic tracking exercise. All of that. Go back to all of that. Okay, that's bucket 2. Bucket 3, patiently attuning to your true self. Yeah. Again, therapy is helpful for this. Journaling is very helpful for this. Taking yourself on like a nice long walk, getting still and quiet with yourself, paying attention to what you really feel, what you really want, and honoring that rather than judging it and saying, no, can't, shouldn't, bad, don't like, not right. What if the things you want, even the stuff that feels messed up or bad or unhealthy, what if that's just okay? What if that's just you? What if that is just you? Tune into you. Let yourself be you. That is a daily practice. That is a moment to moment daily practice. Let yourself do that. Doing work that takes care of your nervous system, make that a practice. In this, I include, this I would say counts in the psychological bucket as well, but definitely goes in the bucket of patiently tuning to your true self. Body work that takes care of your nervous system and treats your precious body well. Not body work that treats your body as if there's something like really wrong with it and like you have to fix it and you really have to structurally change your body in order to get out of pain. Not that kind of body work. Body work that takes care of your nervous system. This is your body. That's you. Like that's who you are. Like feel into that right now from wherever you're listening. That's you. That is you. You are inside you right now. This is you. That's your nervous system right there. And any body work that helps calm down and relax that body is helpful. Patiently tuning to your true self, daily practice, doing things you authentically like to do, doing things for you rather than the whole to-do list that's for everybody else. Maybe if there are things on the to-do list that are for you, yeah, do those things. Make a to-do list that's for you. Yeah, cool. Also in this bucket, standing up for yourself, standing up for your true self, your true needs, standing up for yourself to your friends, to your family members, to your coworkers, saying no, setting boundaries. Yes, taking care of you. Meditation, getting in touch. I mean, there's so many different ways to meditate. You can meditate to calm the nervous system, meditating to experience your emotions, meditating to experience your emotions from like a from an observer standpoint rather than being like in your emotions, but observing them, observing your thoughts, observing your emotions. And that helps you get to know you better when you can see you are the observer. The thoughts and the emotions are the clouds floating by in the sky. Meditation's so helpful. Um, and then the last thing that I want to say to sum all of this up is resting. Oh my God, resting, taking it easy, being chill, letting yourself be. And there are certainly things that you want to do that are active. Great, do those things. And there are times in your life where you need to chill the fuck out. and me too. Let me just tell you, me fucking too. And that's hard for me, and it's probably hard for you too. Okay. So this is part of your daily practice. Letting yourself rest, letting yourself chill out. And you see how it's like you've got to do something, but sometimes the thing you have to do is nothing. But that is different. You're doing something different. And by doing nothing and letting yourself rest, you are doing something different. Okay. Also, you know that so that's patiently tuning to your true self. The third bucket, and fill in the blank. You know, again, think creatively, think outside the box. Anything that helps you tune into you, feel safe with you, and learn to love you. Learn to feel safe being yourself. Learn to feel okay being yourself, and practicing radical self-love. Anything that helps you in that direction. Great. Great, 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 great. Okay. Now, will any of these one thing like pick one thing. Like say you are to meditate. Actually, this is a good one because there's actually studies on this. Does meditation on its own heal chronic pain? No, it does not. Does taking a nice walk or a soothing bath on its own heal chronic pain? No. Maybe in some like bizarre, very limited circumstances, maybe that would be like exactly the placebo cure your nervous system needs. So maybe. Will that be like a sustained cure to your long-standing chronic pain condition? Very unlikely. What is required is this whole picture. Healing chronic pain is a total mindset shift that is not one thing or another thing. It is a complex constellation of things that all relate to safety and turning down the danger signal, and in many cases, turning off the danger signal. That at least turning off the chronic danger signal. Chronic pain healing is a complex constellation of safety. And the constellation is organized around three major stars. One, psychological safety, feeling safe with your brain in your body. Star number two, emotional safety, feeling safe, feeling your emotions. And star number three, feeling safe being your true self. That is it, folks. Your daily practice. My recommendation is a little bit of 1, 2, and 3 every day. And the cool thing is, built into it, you don't have to stress yourself out. You've got to do something different, but you don't have to stress yourself out. And probably what has to happen is that you have to learn to stop stressing out. And even though that's hard and that is inherently stressful because change is stressful, it's great kind of stress because it's leading you in the direction of less stress, right? And most importantly, most of all, it is leading you in the direction out of pain. Okay, just popping in here to say with so much kindness and love and support and a little bit of challenge, don't forget the daily practice. It's very important. Don't forget the daily practice. And I will talk to you next Sunday.